Okay, you're gonna have to be interested. This. Okay, I'll do the door shutting.
Okay, it's 7 o'clock. We're just waiting for make sure that all the recording is doing well.
We're live.
Okay, it's 7 p.m. I call to order the business meeting of the Township Council of West Windsor for October 14th, 2025. Allison, can you call the roll?
Gawas. Here. Jeevers.
Here.
Mandel.
Here.
Weiss.
Here.
Whitfield.
Here.
Thank you. And have we adequately noticed?
Yes, we were adequately noticed on January 17th, 2025 to the Times in the Princeton Packet, posted at the Township Municipal Building, filed with the municipal clerk, and posted on the Township website. Please stand for the salute to the flag.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We have a couple of ceremonial matters tonight. We have a proclamation for October Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Sonia, would you like to take care of it?
Well, thank you. Before I read the proclamation, just want to say few words. So this past Sunday, October 12th, was the anniversary of my first treatment for breast cancer. So, just looking back at the last 2 years, since my diagnosis and everything, and how the community came together to not only support me, but my family is like really heartwarming. And 2 years later, earlier today, I had an appointment with my surgeon, and I'm very happy to report that he gave me a complete thumbs up that I'm all good to go, and he does not want to see me for another year for a follow-up. So it's a celebration day today for me. Thank you. Hence, I'm all pinked out today. I'm very happy. So including my pink pom-pom pen. So it's all pink, and my daughter was very happy, and she made all these bracelets for me. So that's what I'm wearing today. So it's all pink. And later today, I think the Council Vice President Linda is also going to read a proclamation on Hindu American Heritage Month, hence I am decided to wear my Indian garb today. October Breast Cancer Awareness Month, whereas breast cancer is the most common cancer diagnosed among women in the US, according to the American Cancer Society. And whereas approximately 1 in 8 women in the US, which is 13.1%, will be diagnosed with breast cancer. And whereas in 2025, an estimated 316,950 women and 2,800 men will be diagnosed with invasive breast cancer. And whereas the National Breast Cancer Awareness Month program is dedicated to increasing public knowledge about the importance of the early detection of breast cancer, and prompt treatment can significantly reduce the suffering and deaths caused by this disease. And whereas mammography and X-ray of the breast is the single most effective method of detecting breast changes that may be cancerous long before physical symptoms can be seen or felt. And whereas the breast cancer death rate has dropped by 44% since 1989 because of advances in treatment and earlier detection, resulting in approximately 517,900 averted breast cancer deaths. Now, therefore, be it resolved by Mayor Hemant Marathe and the Township Council of the Township of West Windsor, the month of October be proclaimed as Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and the Mayor and Township Council encourage all residents to talk with their healthcare provider about prevention, early detection, and support services. Breast Cancer Awareness Month in perpetuity.
Thank you, Sonia, and I hope we hear more and more good doctor reports for you.
And I keep telling all my friends and girls, and we have some young girls in the audience as well, is taking care of your health is very important. Early detection, self-check and early detection truly saved my life.
Right. And Sonia knew something was wrong, and when you see something, say something, and yes,
Correct.
yes.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And we're, Madam President, we have a poster here from the Health Department.
Great.
If the council would like to take a photo in front of the poster.
Sure. Do we have to sign it, or did we already sign it?
It's already assigned from it's last year's with the ribbons.
Okay.
Everyone who made.
Great.
Oh,
Okay.
we can do that.
Where we're going?
A poster.
Poster for breast cancer. Oh. Yeah, that's it. You know, a little bit to the left, yeah, the center. A little bit more, a little bit more, so you can see the seal also. One, two. Yeah.
Sir? She's powerful. She's powerful.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
Hey. Did we lose the mayor?
Maybe.
Thank you. Meeting is not adjourned. Thank you. Okay. We also want to recognize that this is Hindu American Month. So Linda, would you like to read the proclamation?
Sure. Whereas West Windsor is proud of its rich cultural history and the many people who call our town home. And whereas our vibrant Hindu American community constitutes a vital element of the township's diverse ethnic and social fabric, whose languages and cultures have enriched the lives of its citizens. And whereas through Hindu Americans' love of family, community, hard work, they have helped to uphold the founding principles of our nation for generations. Hindu American entrepreneurs strengthen our economy and our community through their dedication and ingenuity, inspiring the next generation of American innovation by example. Whereas Hindu Americans have made significant contributions across all fields, including science, education, medicine, law, politics, business, culture, sports, and more. And whereas Hindu Americans in West Windsor contribute to our community every day as volunteers, first responders, educators, medical professionals, business owners, professionals, service personnel, and in government. And whereas during the month of October, the Hindu community comes together to celebrate its heritage by focusing on its culture and diverse spiritual traditions rooted in India. And whereas we recognize the many contributions the Hindu American community has made to our beloved nation, state, and township. Now, therefore, be it resolved on this 14th day of October 2025 by the Mayor and Township Council of the Township of West Windsor, County of Mercer, and State of New Jersey, that the Mayor and Township Council recognize October as Hindu American Heritage Month in perpetuity.
Thank you, Linda. Okay. And I'd like to congratulate Hindu Americans for everything that they've done. And Sonia, did you want to say something? No?
No, thank you. Month of October for Hindus is a big month of a lot of celebrations. Started with Navratri, 9-day celebrations of Navratri, and it ends with Diwali, which is coming up. So it's a big month of cultural events all through, with various celebrations, and in the whole theme of that is celebrating good over evil. So I think we have that common theme with Jewish holidays as well. That a lot of Jewish communities celebrated recently. I think that was really, it's a very common theme among various communities.
Thank you.
And I was at several Navratri events, the WAC in Grover Middle School, very festive, a lot of fun, great music, people dancing, and even I got out on the dance floor. So,
Yeah.
so it was
Yeah,
fun.
it's
It's good. It's good.
16 years ago when I moved here and I put holiday lights in my house, and I was being asked by many neighbors at that time. I think I was the only Indian family in the neighborhood when we moved. So people were very confused why I was putting holiday lights in September. And so the following year, I started celebrating Diwali in our neighborhood to, bring the neighbors together. And the positive part is September, it's not freezing cold, so you can put your lights up and you can enjoy for much longer. So we put the holiday lights up. After our festivals are ended, we switch it off, and then we just have to switch it back on for holidays in December. So we
You're all
enjoy
set.
it.
Yeah, it's nice. Like I always enjoy these holidays. I seem to add little outfits in my closet for them continuously because I love going to the dancing, and we've been to several of these already. And I'm always have a good time, and it's just a lot of fun for me.
It is.
Yes.
It's a lot. And I was in High School North earlier today for a counselor meeting. We had a counselor roundtable meeting, and I was really happy to see in the media center in the library they actually had Hindu Heritage Month books out for the students. So I was really happy to see that even our schools are bringing that information to our students in schools.
Yeah, and I think this is the second time I showed up to my Jewish temple in an Indian outfit because I was going somewhere, and by now I think they're getting used to it too.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to open up public comment. Is there anybody that would wish to do public comment? 3-minute limit. This is the first public comment. Seeing none, I will close the public comment at this time and go to administration comments. Alina?
Good evening. DPW began collecting leaves and brush in Zone 2 today, and they'll be in that zone for the rest of the week. And I guess as the leaves fall, Public Works will seek authorization for overtime. There will be a flu vaccine clinic at the West Windsor Senior Center, 271 Clarksville Road, West Windsor, New Jersey, Wednesday, November 5th, from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. It's open to West Windsor, Robbinsville, and Hightstown residents 3 years and older. You can register online, or you can come the day of the clinic. If you do not have insurance, please call the West Windsor Health Department at 609-936-8400. And then it's also Fire Prevention Week. It went from October 5th to October 11th. This year's theme is Charge into Fire Safety, Lithium-ion batteries in your home. These batteries
power our everyday lives, but when used or charged incorrectly, they can spark a dangerous fire. Stay safe, use only the charger made for your device. Stop using swollen or overheating batteries. Don't charge overnight or on beds or sofas. And recycle batteries properly. Never toss them in the trash. This information is going to be on the website tomorrow. The last paper shredding event is October 18th. This event is sponsored by Mercer County. It will be held Saturday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at 651 South Broad Street, Trenton, New Jersey. It's going to be held in Lot 4, which is across from the McDade Admin Building. There's a maximum amount of 8 bankers boxes that will be accepted. It's a good time to clear clutter from your home. And it's open to all Mercer County residents, and proof of Mercer County residents will be required upon arrival. West Windsor Health Department will have a rabies vaccination clinic Thursday, November 6th, 2025 from 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. at the Princeton Junction Firehouse, 245 Clarksville Road. Pre-registration is strongly recommended. However, walk-ins are welcomed. And you can actually make an appointment or register online by going to the health department webpage. Each pet should be registered separately, and each pet should be accompanied with an individual adult. All pets must be secured on leashes, no retractable leashes. Dogs and cats must be healthy, at least 3 months, 12 weeks of age, to be vaccinated. You must bring proof of a prior rabies shot to receive a 3-year certificate. Without proof, a 1-year certificate will be issued. An acceptable proof is an expired rabies certificate or prior pet license. This is not the township's law, this is state law, and the health department is responsible for issuing those licenses in accordance with those conditions.
And I assume the pets do have to be licensed. So, oh, that the pet has to be licensed in order to get shot. Yeah.
I believe
Okay,
that's
yeah.
the purpose of the vaccination clinic, because usually it's an opportunity for residents to get a dog, apply for a dog or a cat.
Yeah,
No, you-
you usually
yeah.
need the rabies
Mhm.
vaccination for
Or-
licensing.
Yeah,
So annually, when you have to renew your licenses, which
Mhm.
happens.
Yeah, you can
you need-
present a prior pet license.
Right.
okay. So,
And honestly, I think whatever we can do to get our companion animals vaccinated,
Mm.
we need to do it, because the numbers are falling off. So,
yeah.
and then there are several events. Martian Weekend is coming up. The West Windsor Historical Society is having a trunk or treat event Saturday, October 25th from 2 to 4 p.m. at the historic Skank Farmstead, 50 Southfield Road. It's a kid-friendly holiday tradition. Businesses and community groups will decorate their cars and give away candy in a controlled environment at the historic West Windsor History Museum. The museum will not be open. We're asking, or the Historical Society is inviting local businesses, organizations to decorate their car trunks, hand out candy, and promote themselves there. And Recreation and Parks also needs donations to buy extra candy. There's a email address where you can contact the Parks and Recreation Division, and that's posted on the website as well. October 26th 10:15 a.m. at Grover's Mill Coffee. There will be a bike ride departing from Grover's Mill, which is coffee at 295 Heightstown Road at 10:15, ages 12 plus. Free. It's a free event, but registration is required, and you can do so online by going to the website for the Historical Society. And the theme of the ride is to discover the Martian invasion that thrust West Windsor into the national spotlight. And the final event that weekend will be held at the West Windsor Arts Council, 952 Alexander Road. There's plenty of parking available at the train station parking lot on Sunday. There's going to be a reading, Hysteria, or They Came Through the Air. Again, it'll be October 26th from 4 to 6 p.m. It's a staged reading of Hysteria, or They Came Through the Air, which is an original play inspired by Orson Welles' infamous 1938 War of the Worlds broadcast. Following the reading, there'll be a lively talkback with the actors, directors, playwright, and creative team. A lot of planning went into this event, and I believe the cost is $15, and you're asked to go to the website and register in advance. Those are the announcements I have for this evening.
Thank you, Marlena. Mayor?
Thanks, Andrea. Marlena spoke about flu clinic in November. That's the third flu clinic. That the last one, they just had a second one today from 4 to 6. I got both my mom and I got our flu shots. So it was a good turnout early in the day at 4 o'clock. So again, take advantage of that. It's very easy, in and out in 5 minutes. Tomorrow, everybody is going to go and eat at Jersey Mike's, either lunch or dinner. That's an order. Last year, due to drought, we canceled the fireworks and had a drone show. And it turned out to be so popular that people are now demanding they want a drone show. Nobody wants a firework. Last year, both the fireworks and drone show are paid by the Recreation Department through their trust fund. So it's not funded by the taxpayers. Last year, they just did a minimal fund. And since it was the first one, they did fund it. This year, the cost is much higher, I think $15,000 or $20,000. So they will fund whatever their regular funding is for fireworks, but they are trying to raise money for the rest of the amount. And tomorrow, Jersey Mike's has agreed to do a fundraiser and donate 20% of the proceeds to the drone show. So please do go and support them. And Jersey Mike's is excellent, so you don't need a reason to go there. So hope to see some of you there tomorrow anytime. Just mention, if you order online, mention the code JM Gives, and 20% of the proceeds will be given to the rec department towards the drone show. Not surprising, but again, this year the S&P affirmed our AAA rating. I did get the write-up. I didn't get a chance to email it to the council members, but I will do that. We do hope to go issue short-term bond anticipation notes. So that's why we had to go and get our ratings reaffirmed from S&P. And it's no surprise that they did reaffirm our rating, AAA rating. By the time we do go and actually issue the notes, hopefully Federal Reserve will reduce the interest rate at least once in 2 weeks, if not twice in early December. So hope to pay even less than what the current going rate is. But that AAA rating definitely helps us. Another great news for West Windsor taxpayers is that we were very successful in auctioning off a liquor license. Now, liquor license is a very complicated process in Jersey. You need a PhD to understand how the whole thing works. But it's given, basically it's given based on your population. And we know during the last census in 2020, we were very close to meeting that threshold. We were trying to, that's why we were very aggressive in asking people to report to census and make sure they were counted. Unfortunately, we did come a little short. But then thinking about it, somebody from Robbinsville approached me to ask if West Windsor will be interested in purchasing a pocket license, since they had excess pocket license that they are not using. And I said, sure, let me look into it. And then when we started looking into it, thanks to our crack administration team, they found out that we don't have to pay anybody for liquor license. We can do a mid-census update and get a license ourselves. So thanks to Marlena, John, Kerry, and Allison, of course. Allison dealt with the whatever the alcoholic board. But thanks to all of them, they did. They did convince them, and not only one, we have two liquor licenses. We decided to auction off one this year, and the next one will be next year. And then the next one is not a, this is a consumption license. The next one is a sale license. So if anybody is looking to open a liquor store in West Windsor, stay tuned. We will be auctioning off second license sometime next year. So again, thanks to them, and they did convince me to aim very high. Last time, the last liquor license we auctioned off, since I became mayor, got us $900,000. So they convinced me to go with a bid of 1.2 million as the minimum bid amount. We did do that, but as good news for West Windsor taxpayer, the bid we received from Market Flair was 1,500,777. Somebody must be James Bond fan or Boeing fan. So we did get a bid which is almost 300,000 higher than what our minimum bid was. So that's good news. We expect, I mean, the police have to do the background check. We have to do some other checks, but I do expect it to be on the council agenda at the next council meeting, right? Should be at the next or the one after that, but sometime.
So it'll go through a review process. And then after it's done its review process, it'll come before council.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't expect any of you to say no to the $1.5 million. So, but it will be on the agenda. So that's another good news for West Windsor taxpayer. And lastly, as you celebrate the Indo-American month, Diwali is coming up this weekend. So I want to wish everybody who celebrates happy Diwali, and don't be surprised if between now and the next meeting, I add a few pounds to my weight because of Diwali. So again, thank you very much.
Thanks. I had assumed the 777 was from like the slot machines or something. It's a gambler.
I don't know. I mean, they can bid whatever above 1.2 million. So that's what, when they opened the bid, that's what the bid was.
Well, I'm happy. Linda, would you like to?
Yeah,
Start off?
definitely good news, Mayor. Diwali commences later this month and symbolizes victory of light over darkness, good over evil, and knowledge over ignorance. So happy Diwali, everyone, and enjoy the holiday season. Thanks to Sonia, Allison, and Health Department members for organizing our annual pink ribbon tree tying event on the municipal complex. And Andrea and Dan and I joined in to help. So that's sort of an annual tradition now. So thanks for all that. And we're just trying to bring awareness to breast cancer for this month in hopes of saving lives. Thanks to the Girl Scouts. It was good seeing many of them earlier here. They got a tour of room A and met with the mayor. So it's nice to see the young students understanding and learning more about our local government. As Marlena mentioned, Fire Prevention Month is going on. So thank you to all our firefighters, volunteer firefighters, fire police, at stations 45, 44, and 43. And they all train for various emergencies throughout the year. There's tremendous amount of state requirements in training. So we're thankful for their service, which they give to our community 24/7. And that's
Thank you. Sonia?
Well, I just want to wish everybody who celebrated Navratri this past week and that they had a really nice celebration, and everybody who were, what's the word I'm looking for?
Well, there was some
How do you say that?
well, Yom Kippur was before, and then there was Sukkot,
Sukkot.
And now
Very
it's-
recently, right?
right, and then Simchat Torah is now.
Yeah, so I hope you have good
Happy holidays, so.
happy holidays. I just want to make sure I'm not saying it wrong. Happy Deepavali to every resident who are celebrating this upcoming week. It's a 5-day celebration. I did get an alert that on Monday, October 20th, Baptist Temple in Robbinsville will be having their fireworks show. Last year, if I remember, it was I didn't go to see it, but I do remember hearing from a lot of residents that we could hear the fireworks all the way here in West Windsor. So keep a watch on that. Make sure all your pets are safe inside when the fireworks go off. Our police department is hosting their annual park drop. So they're collecting food, toys, all sorts of things for pets, which they do this annually. So they have some information up on their website. They have a wish list as well. So anything we can donate to Bark Drop would be great. Thank you.
Thank you, Sonia. Martin?
Yes, just briefly wanted to wish everyone happy Diwali to those who celebrate, and more importantly as well, so very happy to hear of the report that Sonia gave tonight. To all those who have had to endure that, just want to pray God's strength and blessings to be upon you, that you have great conviction and continue in your strive for health success, as Sonia had mentioned, is so very, very important. So to all those who have gone through this and who are going through this, just pray God's blessings of strength and awareness continuously on you and to those in the community. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Dan?
Thank you. I'd like to use my time here to talk about an issue that I learned about and was raised at the last Board of Ed meeting. As a council liaison, I attend all those meetings, and it's an issue that I think we all really need to dive into and be aware of and use our voice to speak out. In recent weeks, there's been a billionaire-funded organization called Wake Up Call New Jersey, and they've launched a coordinated multi-million-dollar campaign to smear our schools and undermine public confidence in public education. They describe themselves as nonpartisan and nonprofit, but that is a political talking point and not the truth. Their campaign is not about helping children. It's about politics and profit and power. It's actually part of a national effort by right-wing donors and political operatives to defund public education, replacing it with privatized alternatives that enrich the few and roll back inclusive, culturally responsive curricula that reflect the diversity of our students and our community. Their messaging is deliberately misleading and, quite frankly, deeply insulting. They make outrageous claims about our students' futures based on a single test score of fourth grade students who, by the way, started their public education in the middle of the pandemic. They reduce children to data points, they attack our teachers and our families, and they ignore the facts. The truth is, and Dr. David Adderall spoke for well over 30 minutes on this. I'm not going to spend that much time, but the truth is that the West Windsor Plainsboro School District is, as we all know, one of the top performing school districts in the entire state of New Jersey. 97% of our students are graduation ready in English, 93% are ready in math. Our SAT scores far exceed state and national averages. 90% of our AP exams score a 3 or higher, 3 out of 5, and nearly all of our graduates continue their education. So these are not marks of a failing education system. They are actually proof of a thriving world-class public education system. So this campaign is not about transparency. It's really about dismantling public schools, targeting immigrant and LGBTQ plus students, and turning education into another commodity for the wealthy to control. And it's no coincidence that this campaign is running during the election cycle. So I cannot stay silent in the face of this. I think we must call it what it is. It's a cynical partisan attack on our schools. It's attacking our children. It's attacking our values. Public education is the heart of our democracy and the soul of our community here. And so it belongs to all of us. And I think it must remain a public good and not a private profit center. So I urge everybody to read Superintendent Dr. David Adderall's full response, the 14-page document that's on the district website. Learn the facts, speak out about it, because together we must reject these divisive tactics and stand united in defense of our public schools. Our children's future depend on it. Thank you.
I think Dr. Adderall's response is also on YouTube that everybody can watch.
Yep.
So yeah, I read the 14-page document that he sent to all the parents because I was getting messages left and right from very concerned
Yeah.
parents.
The amount of advertising
It
is
Ridiculous.
obscene.
It is.
News, too.
I'm seeing that ad like pop on
Pop up on every website.
everywhere, every
Print.
website, news
Yeah.
channels, print.
Really.
Yeah, it's everywhere. So yeah, I do thank you for that, and I do encourage everybody to read Dr. Adderall's response or watch the YouTube video that's on district website.
Well, they picked the wrong district.
Yeah.
They
can't
did.
do that.
They picked the wrong
They-
district.
They picked 2 districts, West Windsor and Montclair.
Yeah.
And if you're not paying attention, Montclair is the home of 2 public figures. One happens to be running for governor, and the other one is the president of the teachers union. So it's not really.
No, no, it's yeah,
But
And it's not really about West Windsor schools. It's about this broader effort to undermine.
it is, but they're attacking West Windsor schools directly.
Very deliberately, yes.
And they did pick 4th graders again deliberately because
Right.
these 4th graders
They
did
just
start.
look for one statistic to.
Right, and they did start, and it's not hidden truth that these students who started schooling during pandemic, not just in West Windsor, but all around the world,
Yes.
are
Well-
probably a tad bit behind, but
Yes.
even then, West
Yeah.
Windsor
Well,
students are, I
the
think.
irony is that they took a statistic specific to West Windsor and said 34% of our 4th graders failed this test. But if you look at that same test statewide, the state average was 60%. So West Windsor actually did nearly twice as better than the rest of the state. So again, this is just using numbers to target this town, and it's not okay.
Having been a former school board member, I know that excellence in education thrives in this district. So,
And it's about outcomes, not
Yeah.
about looking at individual test scores.
right.
So, anyway, thank you
Yeah.
for your indulgence.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out why they would pick a town that's one of the absolute top in the state that doesn't even have partisan races and doesn't even have anybody running in West Windsor in opposition for school board. So
You're playing a.
it's and pick one where they can only really find one data point. So I have no idea why they would pick that specific town, but it's and it's very, very little information in this thing. It's like one number they picked. So anyway, I guess we'll find out as it comes along what the whole long game and what the next step is going to be. Okay, my turn. First of all, I would like to wish everybody a happy Diwali and a happy Simchat Torah. It's, I think as Sonia and I have mentioned, a lot of the Jewish holidays seem to occur at around the same time with the Hindu holidays, which part of it's because we're on a lunar type calendar, but they still, similar holidays seem to come together, and it would be an interesting historical thing to look at some point. I want to thank Girl Scout Troop 71924, who came to learn about our local government tonight. Good citizenship always starts with knowledge. And I want to remind that everybody, today is the last day to register to vote. I believe you can register online, and as far as I know, as long as it's today, unless, Allison, do you know?
Today is the deadline at 9 p.m.
Yeah, 9 p.m. So if there's anybody sitting here that knows that has not registered to vote, you know, go on your phone, go on whatever, stop whatever you're doing, and please register to vote. I was a number of activities the last couple of weeks. We had the council leadership office hours with Linda. We tied the town pink with ribbons at the municipal center with all my fellow council members here. I went to the Garber dance at the IFMP at WAC. I think this is my third or fourth time, and I'm still not good at it, but they're always very tolerant, and I always have a good time. There was a food collection at the West Windsor DPW shredding event, so I want to thank everybody who donated either food or money to Shoop during that event. The Historical Society held their fall festival, and there were several community groups and farm animals there, in which I always find out I'm still allergic to rabbits. AIR, with Attitudes in Reverse, did a Taste of Hope fundraiser against suicide. I want a special congratulations to West Windsor Gives Back, and Sonia was there, and she did they had a video that they had put together, and they were interviewing her, and she did a really terrific job in that. Emmeline Scapes, also from West Windsor, was honored by AIR at the fundraiser. Then the Hindi USA School held a nice Diwali celebration, so a few of us were at that. And then AIR and the Lions Club, which several, Linda and Sonia and I are also members of, did a suicide awareness and prevention event, and I'm happy to support this important conversation as suicide and its mental health causes hits home here in West Windsor much too often. Some things coming up, I know some of them Marlena had mentioned. Veg ER is supposed to have their grand opening on Thursday at noon. That's near Lowe's and Starbucks. I know a lot of people in town are going to be looking forward to that because they're emergency vets for not only for dogs and cats, but for certain birds and other exotic animals that we have in town. And it's close by, so you don't have to go all the way out to Twin Rivers, or if you do have a problem, and it's another option for emergency veterinary problems. I'm planning on walking in the JFCS Wheels for Meals Bike Run Walk fundraiser on Sunday morning. This group provides meals for those in need to over 1,900 Mercer area households each month, including 270 West Windsor residents. So I think if you did want to register to walk or bike, I think the pre-registration rate is still available today. And after that, it goes up a bit, but it's all going to a good cause. So anybody wants to come or just come to cheer everybody on, that's happening on Sunday. Hope for good weather. And of course, we're having the trunk or treat at 2 p.m. on Saturday, October 25th, which for the first time is being held by the Historical Society on that property. So that's always a fun event. Also want to be happy to announce that West Windsor will be applying for a Sustainable Jersey and PSEG grant that will inform residents about energy savings and cost savings opportunities through PSE&G for their homes. I'll talk more about this later during the council reports. I want to thank Mayor Marathi, the Environmental Commission Chair Ephraim Books, and EC Advisor Purnima Gupta for making this happen. That's all I've got. Allison, do you have comments from the clerk?
I have some upcoming election dates. October 22nd, the Mercer County Clerk will be mailing all registered voters the sample ballots for the general election. The early voting period begins on October 25th and runs through November 2nd. There are 8 early voting locations within Mercer County. So as long as you're a registered voter within Mercer County, you can go to any of the 8 voting locations. And one of those includes the West Windsor Mercer County Library here in West Windsor, 333 North Post Road. That's added new for the general election. Also, the deadline to apply for a mail-in ballot by mail for the general election is October 28th. We have a mail-in ballot box located here on the municipal complex next to the senior center. However, there are locations throughout Mercer County, and again, they're open 24 hours a day until 8 p.m. on election day. Registered voters in Mercer County can drop their mail-in ballot in any of the secure mail-in ballot locations within Mercer County. And of course, election day is November 4th. Voting is from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Thank you. And if you've gotten your vote by mail, of course, don't forget to return it. There are no public hearings. And I'm going to go into the consent agenda.
Okay, consent agenda minutes, May 19th, 2025, business session, May 19th, 2025, closed session, bills and claims.
Does anybody wish to pull anything? No? Can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Gauss,
Yes.
Jeevers.
Yes.
Weiss,
Yes.
Whitfield,
Yes.
Mandel.
Yes. And recommendations from administration and council clerk?
2025-R209, authorizing the appointment of Sugurtha Arangirthi as a student member of the Human Relations Council with a term to expire on January 14th, 2026. 2025-R210, authorizing the business administrator to purchase scanning services for township documents from Dell Marketing LP under New Jersey State Contract T3121 20-TELE-01510 for $27,157.40. 2025-R211, authorizing the chief financial officer to increase the contract with Parker McKay, PA, by $70,000 for a total not to exceed $145,000. 2025-R212, authorizing the award of a contract for the maintenance and service of the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems for various township buildings to MAC Mechanical LLC for the period January 1st, 2026 through December 31st, 2026, $48,249.60. 2025-R213, authorizing the full release of a performance bond for street opening permit number 2023-27 to Hess Broadband, Inc. 2025-R214, authorizing the chief financial officer to increase the professional services agreement with Aurora and Associates for miscellaneous engineering services in the amount of $300 for a total not to exceed $2,300. 2025-R215, authorizing the mayor and clerk to execute a professional services agreement with Daniel Dobromilski and Associates on a consultant basis for professional landscape, architectural, planning, and certified tree expert services for tasks related to the community forestry management plan and street tree inventory, $20,000. 2025-R216, authorizing the chief financial officer to increase the professional services agreement with GeoTrek and Environmental and Surveying LLC for miscellaneous engineering services in the amount of $20,000 for a total not to exceed $23,000. 2025-R217, authorizing the mayor and clerk to execute a professional services agreement with GeoTrek Environmental and Surveying LLC for professional land surveying services for mapping of the municipal stormwater and sanitary sewer collection system structures, $71,480. 2025-R218, authorizing the business administrator to purchase one new case loader with Tink Claw from GT Mid-Atlantic under the Educational Services Commission of New Jersey, contract number 22/23-12 for the Department of Public Works, $250,021. 2025-R219, authorizing the business administrator to purchase DJI Matrix 30T drone and related accessories for the police division from Terrestrial Imaging LLC under Bergen County Cooperative Purchasing BC bid number 25-42, $17,617.89. 2025-R220, authorizing the business administrator to purchase new chairs for the police division dispatch center from SHI International Corp. Under New Jersey Cooperative Purchasing Alliance contract number CK04, subcontract 24-38, $2,748.96. 2025-R221, authorizing the mayor and clerk to execute a cost-sharing agreement with the Parking Authority of West Windsor Township. 2025-R222, confirming Market Fair Holdings II LLC has been determined to be the pre-qualified bidder for a new plenary consumption license to be issued by the Township of West Windsor with a bid of $1,500,777. 2025-R223, authorizing the mayor and clerk to execute a memorandum of understanding, use, and hold harmless agreement with West Windsor Volunteer Fire Company number 1.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to pull for a separate vote, 2025-R2023, due to some potential conflicts for members of our council where we would want to have a separate vote where they can't vote. Mike, would you want to just explain what the issue is, why we have to restrict the vote on that one?
Very, very quickly, this is a agreement between the township and the volunteer fire company. It's an agreement that has many levels to it. You know, it's a high level agreement. And I think out of an abundance of safety and precaution that those council people who have an affiliation with the fire company just abstain from this vote. That would be on Sonia and
Okay. And this would be considered a very unusual circumstance of the vote.
Agreement. Sure, it's in a safe,
Mm.
it's put in a safe way that can't be challenged.
Thank you. What I'd like is to entertain that we now vote on 2025 dash, let's see, what's the first one here? 209. Yeah. So 2025 R209 to R222. Can I get a motion to pass?
Salute.
Second.
Okay, Gawes,
Yes.
Jeevers.
Yes.
Weiss,
Yes.
Whitfield,
Yes.
Mandel.
Yes. Okay, and now I would like to entertain a motion to adopt R 2025-R2023.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, Gawes,
Abstain.
Jeevers,
Abstain, I recuse myself.
Weiss,
Yes.
Whitfield,
Yes.
Mandel.
Yes. Thank you. Okay, now we go to introduction of ordinances.
2025-17, an ordinance to amend and supplement Chapter 168, Traffic and Parking of the Revised General Ordinances of the Township of West Windsor, 1999. Article 5, Traffic and Parking Regulations on Private Property. Article 7 schedules, and Article 7 schedules for Princeton Greens.
Okay. Can I get a motion to introduce?
So moved to introduce.
Second,
Gawa,
yes.
Jeevers,
Yes.
Weiss.
Yes.
Whitfield,
Yes.
Mandel.
Yes.
The public hearing will be October 27th, 2025.
Okay, having finished all of that, I'm going to open for a second public comment. Same rules, 3-minute limit. Does anybody wish to do a public comment at this time?
All right, I have a Mr. Cohen signed on the list. Please come forward and state your name and address.
Good evening. My name's Larry Cohen. My address is 233. Princeton mailing address, but West Windsor. I'm simply coming here this evening to ask about traffic situation, which we've seen before, because I know when we did a measurement on Fisher Place several years ago, there were 14,000 vehicles per week. Lately, the traffic stops. It backs up almost the entire block to Fairview. And then when it's not blocked up, a lot of people who use this bypass of the Washington Road intersection with Route 1 strive to make that light because it only turns green every 5 minutes. I know there were plans for a millstone bypass that would go from Harrison Street around Sarnoff and to the Circle. I also suspect that Fisher Place, the 200 block, probably is going to be repaved at some point in the near future. At least I hope so, because of all the traffic. And I'd like to suggest that traffic calming might be included in the plans for repaving, at least until the bypass is actually built. So if anyone can help me to become more aware of what's the plan, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any other body who wishes to speak during the public comment period? If not, we'll close public comment and we'll have to close.
Yeah, I would like to answer. Yeah, I'm very much aware with Fisher Place problem. I travel there twice a day, morning and evening. GPS shows that route instead of Washington Road. Even I don't know why GPS shows even at 5 o'clock in the morning when I go, it takes me on Fisher Place. I ignore it, but 5 o'clock there's no traffic on Washington. Makes no sense to take me to Fisher Place. It's probably because GPS shows that as opposed to Washington every time I take. And whether it's car GPS or Google Maps, it both shows taking Fisher Place. You talked about bypass. That bypass was never going to happen because Princeton was involved, Plainsboro was involved, and we were involved, and the state was involved. What we have been talking about, or have been talking about for 8 years, is a millstone bypass that doesn't involve Princeton, that doesn't involve Plainsboro. Whenever the Sarnoff property is developed, we have a plan for a bypass from the new circle on Alexander connecting to Harrison Street through SRI property. And every developer that has come to me with some proposal for SRI property has been told that that's a requirement before we'll approve any improvement to that property. It's an expensive road. Our engineer estimates about $10 million because it's an elevated surface over water. I'm okay to contribute some part as taxpayer money because we need to get that done. I can't promise you when it will be done, but if I'm mayor, it will be done. Otherwise, SRI won't be developed. It will stay as it is. Regarding repaving, I'm told there was an effort to put sidewalks on Fisher Place, and some people are opposed to that. So when we are ready to do repaving, we will again talk to because that's one way of calming measure, putting sidewalks and putting bike lanes there. And Princeton University has agreed to bring a lane right across from Fisher Place in their plan. And there's a traffic light and there's you can put a walking signal across Route 1, and that's a much safer way to cross Route 1 than to cross at the circle in Washington. So I cannot promise you when that will happen, but it will happen. And you have to convince your neighbors not to fight for sidewalk or bike lanes when we do that. I am told that in the past when township got that topic up, somebody was not happy putting sidewalks on Fisher Place. So when it's time, you will have to rally everybody up because we don't fight people to put sidewalks in front of their house. But it will happen. Bike and pedestrian, I've talked to them too, and they know, and Princeton University knows that's why they have been bringing the path almost to Route 1 on the other side. And we have talked to DOT, so that will happen one of these days.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. All right. Are there any other administration updates? But no, sorry, council reports. Dan?
Thank you. Board of Ed meeting, I think we discussed that.
Mhm.
They did take the opportunity to sort of kick off the school year as well with reports from the students on sports activities and theater programs, which are all in full swing. Recreation Commission met. A number of things going on there. One, during the off season, there's actually a lot of stuff happening at the pool, even though it's closed. They're planning to upgrade all the pool bathrooms. Complete overhaul.
Yes.
That's
You made
my thing.
you made Andrea's day. That's it. She's happy now. That's it. We can all go home now. Andrea is happy.
So, yeah, so that's in progress. That will happen during the off season.
Uh,
They're also.
I hope
working-
so. That won't have to go.
I mean, the goal obviously is to have it ready for the next season. They're also working even though it's the off season, they're still working to secure a food services vendor
That
for
would be
next year.
tolerable.
They kind of need to revise, or we need to revise, they need to revise sort of thinking of how the agreement is structured. Right now, it's sort of, the model is that it requires a fixed payment by the vendor, and that's no longer really a viable economic model, and it needs to sort of move to percentage cost share. So I think they're working with with John to come to an agreement that will make it easier and more desirable. Because at the end of the day, the goal there is not necessarily for us to make money, but to provide a service to the people who use the
Yeah,
pool.
people have been asking for that.
Yeah.
It's been a couple years.
It's been a couple of years,
Mm.
yeah. As you may know, the skate park has been closed for quite some time now because of safety issues. And they're working with contractors now to make some pavement repairs, trying to get it in before it gets too cold, because when it gets too cold, they can't do the pavement. But in general, like the maintenance of the equipment of the park is problematic due to the fact that it's kind of old. Hard to find parts, hard to find vendors who are willing to make those repairs. So I don't know where that's going to take us, but I think some serious conversations need to be had in the coming years about what do we do with that facility.
Would be interesting to know how many people use it, like unique users.
Yeah, I mean, it's used, and even when it's locked up, people break in.
Yeah,
They
let it
can't-
go. I've seen them climb that fence.
They basically, they seal one hole, and then the next week they cut a hole someplace
Hmm.
else. So people are
Yeah.
getting into it anyway.
Go over.
Yeah. And as the mayor pointed out, there's our drone show for the replacing the winter fireworks is on. Jersey Mike's is doing a fundraiser. The cost of this has actually gone down this year because there's a lot of competition. So what they were actually able to negotiate was for the same price, they're getting 50% more drones. So I think last year there was 100 drones. So this year there's going to be 150 drones. And what that means is just able to create more detailed and exciting images, including like insignias or even promotions for sponsors, organizations. So if we know people, if anybody knows people who are interested in making a sponsorship, what can come with that sponsorship is is your logo up in lights for everybody
Pretty cool.
participating to
Are
see.
they advertising that as?
I don't think-
haven't seen that.
They're not publicly advertising it. I think that's more the kind of thing that we do as a, you know, as a township organization. Reaching out to local businesses or large businesses who are willing to make that kind of donation. I don't think they've gone in full swing yet. But that's certainly an opportunity we should look at.
There was, last year, I think there was a discussion of adding more imaging
Yeah.
surrounding
Well, that's the extra 50.
various holidays that our diverse communities
Yeah,
celebrate.
they're already, they're thinking about new other things so that they now can actually do very precise synchronization between the music and the actual drones. So last year, I think it was just they had music playing and they were completely separate.
Right.
Now they're actually synchronized, so they're actually doing some very planful models
Oh,
of the show. So I think it'll be better than what we saw last year. And I thought last year was great.
Oh, last year was amazing.
So,
People still come.
yes.
I have been asked by neighboring town people, if we are doing that, and they would like to come and watch it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it was
So-
something new in the area that,
So it's just gonna get better.
yeah,
Yeah.
wonderful.
I think we tried to put in for an environmental thing when we were doing Sustainable Jersey.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's no noise
Yeah.
pollution, no
Yeah.
firework
Yep.
pollution, and you can
And
bring
the
your
dog-
pets to that.
Dogs
show.
are happy, yeah.
There's lots of good. So, yeah, that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Martin?
Sure. Planning board will meet tomorrow evening, 6:30 PM right here. Be a review resolution for Fogo de Chao, final site plan for the restaurant. Thank you.
Are they gonna go over, there was some rule they were working on or something?
What,
Weren't they working on some other, something else, or is it just gonna be that application?
no, they're actually, I think the escrow, is that what you're talking about?
No, I think they did. Okay, I'll look at the agenda. I thought there was some. Sorry?
Affordable housing met on October 2nd. Not much to report from that. Last week, Parking Authority met on a Wednesday. Thanks, Linda, for attending that meeting on my behalf. It was back to school night. So I couldn't attend that meeting. So thanks, Linda. So Linda will report on that. Thank you.
Let me interrupt, signage regulations.
Ah.
Signage regulations at the planning board tomorrow evening.
Yep.
Okay, so the West Windsor Parking Authority met on October 8th. The members listened to an AI power smart parking proposal from the company Parking AI for a potential future proposal for real-time parking occupancy and inventory for the Wallace Road lot. Through the use of fisheye cameras and AI, cars entering and leaving the lot can be tracked, along with car movements leading to both spots in which the cars are parked and available spaces. Violation detection can also be documented. Regarding the redevelopment of the bus depot on Wallace Road, insurance and demolition permits are needed from Messercola Excavating Company in order to proceed with this work. There is also an abandoned underground oil tank that extends on both the Amtrak and township properties. Legal issues of who is responsible for any additional newfound contamination and the cleanup is yet to be determined. This may be a federal issue between Amtrak and the township. In the meantime, Mercer County will review the site plan as this location is next to Princeton Heightstown Road. For the daily lot, a second pay-by-phone option is being explored as a convenience for commuters. Finally, the Parking Authority has agreed to purchase a Harley motorcycle for our police department for traffic control. It will replace an old motorcycle and a new one will be stored at the police station. The Shade Tree Commission has sent its revisions to the mayor and administration on the Shade Tree Commission's ordinance. So I'd like to have the revisions placed under new business for discussion at council's November 11th business meeting. So if the mayor administration, if you guys can take a look at some of the proposed changes, and let council know, and then we would bring it forward for a discussion together as a council under new business and hopefully an introduction after that.
Yeah, it's with the zoning board attorney, as I mentioned. I'll get it.
No, the zoning board, oh, he's looking at it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm. Yeah,
okay.
the zoning board's getting it. And then the environmental commission
He's
at some
always looking
point.
at this.
Yeah, they're gonna look at it, and then the environmental commission should look at it too.
Okay, well, whoever needs to look at it,
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that we get the shade trees, it's an ordinance for the shade, it's an ordinance for the shade tree commission, like their responsibilities and
but
things
we-
like that.
Okay.
We're hoping
I'm
that it
sorry,
will
not
be in
that
front of
one.
council.
Yeah, not
Yeah, that
discussion
one won't
on
be
11th.
environment. The other
Can
one.
I ask for clarification? Because it sounds like there are multiple reviews that need to be done and
Okay.
how they're going to be
Okay,
done.
that one doesn't need the environmental commission. It's a
No,
different one.
once I get back from that, then we will talk how we are moving
Yeah.
forward. Let me at least get it back.
Yeah.
Let me get it back. I mean,
That's-
they have worked for months on this. It's a complicated matter. So let me get it back that it's legal and legit and he doesn't see any problem.
Right.
Then we will talk about how to move forward.
Right, but we want to discuss it November 11th.
Yeah, but
we
at
think
least-
it's just wrapped up by the end of the
Yeah.
year.
Can you add the towing ordinance to that too? And the
Oh,
impound?
well, we could, that should be ready to go now.
It should be ready to go.
Yeah,
Okay, we'll look at it.
right.
Mhm.
But didn't we give them, we gave them the comments already, right? Towing?
No, they resubmitted it.
Oh, okay, all right, well, we'll get all this, there's a few things floating around and we gotta tie it all up by the end of the year. The Shade Tree Commission met on September 24th and there were 14 permit applications in September for taking down trees under Chapter 170. The remaining existing tree saplings from the Ellsworth Drive open space area will be rescued and given foster care at some of the members' residences. The commission continued its discussions for a new bamboo ordinance. And that's it.
Thanks. Was the environmental commission met on October 9th. As I'd mentioned, we're going to be looking for that Sustainable Jersey grant that is with PSE&G. This would be a grant that would inform residents of various energy savings opportunities. What it would do, it would give us $2,500 for expenses, a free website that would be branded, that we could put with ours. They'd make a video and they would do some mailings with that. And that would all be with the idea of both being energy and savings and cost savings, obviously for the residents. So we're going to try to get a resolution on the next agenda for saying that we're interested in doing that in order to get the money. Other things that were discussed was a gas leaf blower ordinance. We've been talking about that in the Environmental Commission. I believe the mayor had originally requested that that be looked at both for pollution and for noise. There's a recommendation that should have been sent from the Environmental Commission to administration to look at the ordinance or to look at the recommendation and come up with some form of an ordinance. The recommendation is fairly similar to what Princeton has done. And we understand there's a natural lawn ordinance that's been at the attorney. That one's going to the zoning board next. Then we should come to the Environmental Commission. The Environmental Commission has not seen it yet. We've gotten some form of a overview of where it is at this point. So once it's looked at by these various organizations, including the administration, then it will be hopefully presented to council, where we'll probably want to have some work sessions and discussions before we adopt anything. And that's what's happening there mostly. And at this point, are there any other administration updates?
Yeah, I have a couple of announcements from the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection. Just to remind residents, especially motorists, to be extra vigilant on roadways as the fall whitetail, deer rut or mating season gets underway. Peak mating season for deer in New Jersey runs from late October to mid-December. Awareness of the presence of deer near or on roadways will become even more important as daylight saving times ends at 2 a.m. Sunday, November 2nd. The drought watch is still in effect throughout the entire state. And it's due to prolonged below average precipitation that is stressing water supplies. Residents are asked, as well as businesses, to voluntarily conserve water in order to avoid further restrictions. And the last announcement is a pest alert from the New Jersey Forest Service. The spongy moth, formerly called gypsy moth, has been damaging New Jersey's forests since 1919. Each May and June, these caterpillars can eat leaves of over 300 kinds of trees and shrubs, especially oak trees. The state does do aerial sprays, but the state is also asking for help. Fall is the perfect time to check your yard for spongy moth egg masses. They look like tan, spongy oval blobs on tree bark, outdoor furniture, or even sheds. If you find them, scrape them off and destroy them, or spray them with neem, N-E-E-M oil. That's all I have.
Okay, thanks. Did we get anything we can put on the website with?
Yes,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
from, we'll put the links
Okay. Mm.
directly.
Yeah, I wouldn't want somebody killing the good stuff. All right. Allison, you have anything else?
I do not.
No? Okay. We have no closed session, so I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Second?
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you, everybody. We're adjourned.